Do you know what surprises the West will face at the BRICS Summit 2024? As of now, the world appears to be preoccupied with larger political challenges. However, BRICS has been working in secret, and it has now not only established a new payment system, but it is also luring hundreds of countries. Astonishingly, 159 of the world's 195 countries have already committed to implementing this new BRICS payment system. What does this imply for the West-dominated SWIFT payment system? What are the countries that are banding together with BRICS to oppose the West's bullying payment system? In this video, we'll learn about everything that's causing nightmares in the West. So what is the story? Until recently, no country has seriously considered adopting a payment system other than SWIFT. As a result, earlier discussions about BRICS establishing and working on an alternative were regarded as unrealistic. That's because it was difficult to think that a new alliance would force 195 countries to consider fresh, untested possibilities. But guess what? Today, 159 countries around the world are waiting for BRICS to launch its payment system so that they can use it. This new BRICS payment infrastructure is intended to ease trade between member nations without relying on the US dollar, representing a significant step forward in their de-dollarization agenda. This project has the potential to change the game not only for the BRICS nations, but also for many other countries trying to minimize their reliance on the currency. In recent years, the BRICS have aggressively worked to reduce their dependency on the dollar, particularly in response to Western sanctions against Russia. The establishment of this payment system is a significant step toward encouraging the use of local currencies and alternative settlement mechanisms in international trade. Despite initial misgivings, the notion appears to have gained significant traction. Elvira Nabiullina, the head of Russia's central bank, stated unequivocally that this new system will offer an alternative to SWIFT, the world's major financial messaging network. To make things clearer for people who feel SWIFT cannot be replaced, she mentioned that similar systems are already in place in other nations. The technical readiness and interest of participating nations will be critical to the system's success. In this scenario, new participants are waiting in line to use the new payment method. Victoria Panova, the chair of Russia's BRICS Presidency Council, stated that creating this payment method has become a major priority for the alliance. Many people are surprised by this, given BRICS had previously denied building a new payment system. She explained that the approach is intended to make commercial and economic exchanges among the BRICS countries more independent. This effort is key to the agenda of the upcoming BRICS 2024 meeting. When the BRICS payment system is launched, it is planned to go live immediately, potentially enhancing trading prospects inside the alliance. With many nations willing to join BRICS, this new system might serve as a cornerstone of their economic policies, providing a viable alternative to the US-dominated financial order. But how did Iran enter the debate and make the West nervous? Nasser Kanayani, spokesperson for Iran's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, has proposed linking all BRICS countries' payment systems to streamline and improve the efficiency of financial settlements. That is because Iran has the knowledge and expertise to withstand harsh sanctions. It understands how to avoid rapid and continuous trading, making economies sanctions-resistant. Kanayani argued that the current geopolitical situation is ideal for such a project, especially as BRICS countries gradually shift their trade payments to national currencies. As a result, Iran is pressing for greater economic integration among the BRICS countries. The proposed scheme would connect these nations' existing payment systems, allowing for speedier and more seamless financial transactions across the bloc. Following that, the payment infrastructure will be expanded and additional nations will be included. In a recent news conference, Kanayani cited the successful integration of the Russian and Iranian financial systems as a model that may be replicated throughout the BRICS group. He stressed that the prerequisites are currently in place to move this project forward and that Iran has formally proposed to Russia that this payment system integration be extended to all BRICS countries. Although the names of the 159 countries prepared to join BRICS' new payment system have not been released, it is clear that they include Western allies. According to announcements from several meetings of BRIC members, the new payment mechanism is known as the BRICS Bridge. It is intended to ease cross-border transactions without the requirement for the US dollar. This effort aims to facilitate trade settlements in local currencies, lowering reliance on the dollar and potentially replacing the US-controlled SWIFT system. The planned payment system would operate autonomously, allowing member countries to trade in their currencies, challenging the conventional dominance of the US dollar and the Western SWIFT system. Currently, progress is being achieved through regular conversations with central banks and finance ministries from all BRICS countries, including the newly joined members. And what happens if these 159 countries embrace the BRICS new payment system? Simply put, SWIFT and the USD will cease to exist. The West's worldwide dominance has always been based on its control of the international economy, which is centered around two fundamental tools: SWIFT and the US dollar. SWIFT serves as the foundation of global banking, offering a secure messaging network on which banks and financial institutions rely for international transactions. SWIFT, which connects over 11,000 institutions in 195 countries, is crucial to the worldwide economy. In 2020, the network facilitated over 42 million messages every day, allowing trillions of dollars to traverse borders. Meanwhile, the US dollar maintains its position as the world's principal reserve currency. By 2022, the dollar would account for roughly 60% of global foreign exchange reserves and participate in approximately 88% of all foreign exchange transactions. Because of this dominance, the majority of international trade, particularly in essential commodities such as oil, is priced and settled in dollars, guaranteeing that the currency remains in continual demand worldwide. This demand, in turn, gives the United States tremendous influence over global economic and financial systems. These capabilities have enabled Western nations, particularly the United States, to have enormous influence over global financial institutions, frequently using economic sanctions to achieve geopolitical objectives. It has the authority to impose sanctions on any country without prior permission. And it's very ironic. In reality, countries that use the dollar and SWIFT benefit the United States. However, the United States utilizes it as leverage because countries have no alternative to SWIFT as of now. When the West applies sanctions, denying a targeted country access to the SWIFT network is frequently one of the most effective tactics. This move effectively freezes the country's assets and forbids it from engaging in foreign trade, potentially crippling the economy. For example, after Russia grabbed Crimea in 2014 and later invaded Ukraine in 2022, the West imposed harsh penalties, including cutting off some Russian institutions from SWIFT. This severely limited Russia's capacity to conduct foreign financial operations and trade. In reaction to these restrictions and to lessen their vulnerability to Western financial pressure, Russia and its BRICS partners are actively constructing an alternative financial system. They have a better possibility of being overtaken by the United States because BRICS is a major power in the global economy, accounting for approximately 41% of the world's population and nearly 37.3% of global GDP as of 2024. Their combined influence on global trade is significant, and a shift away from the dollar might have far-reaching consequences for the international monetary system. BRICS countries have already begun trading in their currencies, lowering global demand for the US dollar. One example of this transition is Russia's SPFS system for transmitting financial messages, which was built following the initial sanctions in 2014. As a result, if the BRICS Bridge is widely adopted, the West's ability to utilize economic sanctions as a foreign policy tool will be significantly reduced. Countries that deal in their currencies outside of the dollar-dominated system are less vulnerable to Western sanctions. This transition may result in a more balanced global financial system, with power dispersed more evenly among various global entities, lessening the United States' influence. Furthermore, a shift away from the US dollar could have serious economic consequences for the US. The global demand for dollars has enabled the United States to run massive trade deficits and maintain high levels of national debt. If demand falls, it might result in an oversupply of dollars, lowering the currency's value and potentially disrupting the U.S. economy. During this moment, BRICS will emerge as the sole viable option for even the strongest of U.S. allies. Isn't it true that following the BRICS summit, the BRICS payment system will be the world's de facto choice? What are your thoughts? Will the West have a chance to push against the BRICS payment system? In the comments area below, please give your thoughts on when you saw SWIFT and the dollar as things of the past. Would you like to see more videos like this one? If so, please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it.